Hey, this is Brooke McInerney, Executive Area Manager with Arbonne International and Independent Consultant. It is August 10th, 2017, and I am going to talk about goal planning. And this is actually going to be kind of short, but I want to talk about how to plan goals because it sounds easy, but then if you sit down to do it, maybe it's kind of hard. But this is a good guide, and it's called SMART Goals. And if you've never heard that, it's just an acronym using the word SMART. And I got this little worksheet off of Pinterest, and Google probably has some too. And it's like a grade school worksheet because it's got a name, date, and class period space. But it's really handy. So just get one of those if you don't have one already. Okay, so I'm going to read off of this list that I have here for each goal and what it is specifically that, or for each letter of the word SMART. So for S means specific. So what do you really want to accomplish? Describe your goal in precise terms so there's no confusion as to what needs to be accomplished. Try answering the W's: who, what, when, where, and why. So for Arbonne, we work with numbers, so you could use a specific number of sales that you want to have or volume, and you could talk about how many new consultants and preferred clients you want to sponsor into your team. You could talk about, I had a whole lot while ago and now I forgot what they were, but just specific numbers, a specific date that you would like to accomplish a certain goal. So those are some ideas to help make it specific. And then the M is measurable. So measurable is kind of easy with Arbonne too because we do everything mostly by numbers. So with our promotions, it's all based on volume, so that's helpful. And then you can also measure out how many people you want to put on your team, stuff like that. And then, or you could say by this specific month, I want to have X amount of preferred clients, just something like that. Or this month, I want to get 5 people to do the healthy living program. The options are endless. So next is A, achievable. I didn't read that. Measuring. If we can't measure progress, how do we know when we're done? Make sure you include the measures you will use to judge your progress towards achieving your goal. Okay, so then A is achievable. Do I have enough control of this to make it happen? Construct a goal that is achievable. Don't set it too high in the back of your mind and know that failure will eventually happen. So that's like, just don't say, I'll be an MVP by the time I wake up tomorrow. I'm not saying that crazier things haven't happened, but I'm just using that as an example. Use something attainable, small, measurable, specific. And they don't have to be like all small. You can set big goals too. And then R is relevant. Is this goal consistent with other goals? And does it fit with immediate and long-range plans? Goals must be an important element in the overall plan of achieving your mission and reaching your vision. Meaningful goals align your convictions and dreams. Your goals should relate to attaining something that is necessary, of value, and that supports your vision. So on this sheet here, it said to make it relevant. And it said, is this goal worth working hard to accomplish? Explain. So I like that. At first I didn't like it. I was like, that's kind of weird. I'm just going to have to, fluff it up a little bit. I was good at doing that with papers in college and high school, so thought I was just going to have to embellish, make something up. But it does really make you think, okay, why do I want to accomplish this? What is it going to do? What are going to be some of the positive things that happen as a result of accomplishing this? So I did actually like it. And then T is timely. Make it timely. And you can make long-term goals. I actually am going to talk about that too. But for example, I made a big goal that I wrote about on this sheet, and I put December 31st as the date of completion. So that's just, a couple of months. I mean, people are already counting down those dates until Christmas, basically. Anyway, okay, so next we're going to talk about longer term goals. Okay, long-term goals. I'm just being distracted, sorry. Okay, so this month, what a good range of goals to do would be this month. Obviously, it's always good to make goals for the month that we're in, or like the time that you're in your life. And then I like to go from that to 3 months. So 3 months from now, what do I want to have accomplished? Now, this doesn't mean that between now and November, I won't make goals again, because it is something that needs to happen every month. But I've got some goals written down for this month, and they're kind of just some that I thought of right off the top of my head. I'm going to go back and add to these. But I started with August, and then I said 3 months. So 3 months from now, some things that I want to have accomplished. And then 6 months from now, something I want to have accomplished. And then usually the next time frame that I would go to would be a year. And I will go back and do a year. However, I went ahead and stopped with GTC 2018, since that is kind of the Arbonne year, or like that, I don't know, from year to year, that's what that's where we get to celebrate our accomplishments. So I'm kind of stopping there to think about the goals that I want to have accomplished by the time that we go to that in April. So I'm going to stop on that, and then I'll go on to a year. What do I want to have accomplished by August next year? So that is pretty much the basis of how to plan goals. And what I want to say about them is, and I have read this several times, and I know this, and I've put it to practice enough times to know as well that it's true, but just writing a goal down, I can't remember the exact number, but I think it makes it like in the 70% range more likely to happen. And I have found that to be true definitely in my own life and in my Arbonne business. And so anyway, it's kind of wanting to get back to where we're all making goals at the beginning of the month. And yeah, so I'm going to post these so that everyone can see mine. And if you want to post yours, or if you don't, that's okay. I may ask everyone to share them just with me. But I think that's it. So that's how you goal plan. And we'll probably start doing this every month. And from here, I'll probably just lead it each month and say, okay, so work on this month's goals, stuff like that. Just to help us schedule it so that it just gets done, because I know life's crazy. But anyway, Tiffany, if you don't want to hang up, or if you want to, you can, but I'm going to stop recording now. So